Housing discrimination in Kalamazoo is at the center of a discussion there tonight.
And it comes as they tried to rework a city ordinance. Fox 17's Julie Dunmeyer joins us live after going to a special work session just for this tonight. Julie.
Yeah, Doug and Derek, no official decision made tonight here at the Kalamazoo City Hall while city commissioners met to discuss potential changes to Chapter 18 of the city's charter, or of the city ordinance rather. But again, no decisions tonight, just discussion. Here's what we know so far.
Tonight is the first time that the City Commission is going to be discussing this ordinance that I have been leading the work on.
Vice Mayor Patrice Griffin is leading the effort on a complete overhaul of Kalamazoo's Chapter 18 ordinance regarding housing.
Specifically dealing with housing discrimination.
Griffin, working with other community groups and the city's attorney, have drafted an ordinance that aims to prevent people, and specifically people of color, from facing issues finding housing.
This is really just to dig into what the content of this policy is.
Shalana Lewis, Truth and Racial Healing Transformation Director, has worked closely with Griffin in researching the ordinance.
In order to protect issues that are commonly impacting people of color, particularly, and then just in general, low-income people as well.
In addition to the protected classes already in place in Kalamazoo, the city will consider adding protections for educational affiliation, source of income, status as a victim of domestic violence, personal identification method, and prior arrests or conviction record.
We often don't talk about the barriers that people are up against when they're trying to get into housing.
Including how renters pay for their housing, like vouchers, or whether or not they have a prior conviction or eviction.
As it deals with evictions and criminal history, make it to where our landlords cannot have a blanket policy that says that they won't rent to someone just because they have an eviction or conviction.
Something some landlords at Monday's work session have concerns about, as another portion of the ordinance involves additional enforcement.
Cannot say one eviction is too many. Okay, how many is okay? Is 2 okay? Is 3 okay? What rules are they going to use? When there are no rules, we don't know how to act.
So those rules and specifics will come, I'm sure, as discussions continue, which they are planned to in the community here in Kalamazoo. Now, additional repercussions potentially for breaking this new ordinance would be a raise from $500 to a $2,000 fine, and this would all be reviewed by a civilian rights board, and they would be the ones who would take on cases and recommend them to the city manager, who would then in turn decide if those repercussions were in order. Again, this is all hypothetical, as nothing has been set in stone yet, and you're encouraged to give your input. We'll, I'm sure, continue to follow this and give you guys updates. But for now, live in Kalamazoo, Julie Dunmeyer, Fox 17 News.